Yeah.
I mean, JD, first of all, man, you're back at it again. It's Grammy time again. I mean, you're back in the ring. How does that make you feel?
I mean, this one is a special one because it almost didn't make it, and it's because of the rules.
Yeah.
But it's it was. We want to argue about it. It's arguably one of the biggest songs of 2024. But
that's right.
They put it in for last year and it didn't make it.
Yeah.
And once you put the song on the ballot, it takes it off of where it can't be on the next year. So for it to actually make it and us get a nomination, it's a big one for me. I mean, I'm just that in itself, just because I almost missed it. And a lot of times I have missed a bunch of times of being nominated because of timing and situations like that. So I'm happy that this one happened like that.
I mean, when it comes to working with new artists like Money Long and stuff like that, what is it like still being able to get them Grammy nominated at the same time? Because, I mean, that's a difficult thing to do, to find a new artist and set their career on fire.
I mean, that's the only thing I know. Yeah. I don't really know. I don't really, I don't really know no other way. I never actually chased artists that was. I can't even make it sound like chase. I coming from Atlanta, when I came into the game, wasn't nobody looking at Atlanta, so it wasn't no help for me to get on nobody project that was popping.
Right.
I had to create my own artist for people to even know who I was. So I just stayed in that space. I don't really care to work with people that are established like that. I feel like the glory is better. Like you saying about Money Long, it feel like we had a baby, the baby growing up.
Come on.
And if the baby win that Grammy, shit, they graduated from college. Like,
come on.
It's just that mindset of how I feel. Yeah.
But this is coming off of Ari Lennox as well, though, man. I mean, you did that with Pressure with her and took her all the way up through there.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, my focus is always, I don't pay no attention to the fact that they knew like even when people say I brought Mariah back, I don't really understand that comment because it's Mariah Carey. I don't even take credit for saying I brought her back. I just gave her some records that was good.
Well, I didn't become a Mariah fan as a man until she got with JD.
Okay. Well,
that's one of the things. I think you crossed her over to a situation to where all men and all people all together that were just with the urban culture were like, you know what? Mariah's jamming now.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And that's how I felt. I mean, get in here, Wick. I ain't gonna hog it up.
I kind of agree with you, but I'm more with JD on this one right here. I think Mariah was already, in my book, was already A1, and Jermaine just enhanced it. No, I agree with you. But I want to ask Jermaine something that meant a lot to me. We had 50 years of hip hop. The Falcons honored us, and when I come out in the hallway, I see Jermaine Dupri. Seeing all the, we saw Tips and we saw, some everybody, all the artists, but seeing you there with a lot of us artists that didn't get nowhere near as big as you were, it meant a lot to us, first of all. But I want to know what it meant to you to come back and give back to artists that, didn't make it to where Jermaine made it, but still you were humble enough to come in and stand side by side with all these brothers in Atlanta that made a contribution to this city. What did that mean to you, the 50 years of hip hop, and seeing a lot of guys that...
I mean, I guess since coming from where I came from and starting when I started, it wasn't no real rap scene in Atlanta anyway. So it was almost like a dream for me to see all of y'all, because I always wanted a rap scene in Atlanta. I always wanted the city to be what I thought New York was, or what I thought California was, or LA, whatever it was. I kept wishing that we had that. I thought, and we had it pockets. We did have pockets. Y'all came out, Kilo, Shadi, Raheem the Dream, Success and Effect. We had pockets, but it wasn't never really like what we saw at that Falcons game. It looked like it was a nation that we had built, right? So I just looked at it like, I was proud to see that all of us could be in the same space, because you don't see that from those cities. And I said that too. I said that you only see New York do that. You ain't see LA do that. We should have got more credit and notoriety for what the Falcons and what we did as a city and coming together for in the name of hip hop, actually.
Wow.
When it comes to hip hop, though, JD, and your footprint on it, one of my favorite songs of all time, "Welcome to Atlanta, Sir."
Okay.
What was it like when you got in there with Luda and put that thing together? And did you think that it was going to be as big as it became?
Nah, I thought that I'm making a song about Atlanta. Ain't nobody gonna like this but niggas in Atlanta. I straight up, but I didn't care about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My focus was Atlanta. Like,
Yeah.
I know what I believe Atlanta means to me, and I just wanted people to understand that what I feel like Atlanta means to me and how I look at this city and how I've always looked at this city. And the actual song started from like me one night being in the studio late and thinking about doing a song with Outkast, and I'm like, I want to do an Atlanta song with Outkast, and me playing around with beats and ideas and not ever coming up with a real concept for a song for us, right? Like, what was the song gonna be about? But I knew it was gonna be about Atlanta, but I was just like, what was it gonna sound like, and this, that, and the third. And at that time, I think Outkast they sound was kind of transforming from Southern playalistic Cadillac music, so it wasn't that funk sound. They was going to somewhere else with their sound a little bit, right? So I was just trying to figure out how we was mix and mash. And then while I was in the process of doing that, I seen Ludacris Throw Them Bows video. And in the Throw Them Bows video, he upside down, and it's a doormat at the house that say "Welcome to Atlanta" in the video. And I was like, wait, let me. And I thought about it, I'm like, man, okay, I'm gonna do a song with Chris.
Yeah.
So I called Chris. I'm like, yo, I want to do a song. And I told him exactly what I'm telling y'all about the doormat. I'm like, well, I think it should be called "Welcome to Atlanta." And he got it immediately. And I started making the beat. He came to my house in College Park, and we made the song.
Wow.
With all of the artists that you've worked with, JD, you know, I was going through your discography, sir, and I realized that we were going to be here till about 7 p.m. tonight.
You see all the plaques on the wall, right?
We're going to have a long day. Who was the most difficult person for you to work with as far as creating a song for them a hit?
Brat. Because at the time when I did Brat, guys weren't interested in female rappers. And me being one of them guys, I liked Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is me making that statement. My first group was a female rap group, so it's hard for me
Silk Times Leather, right?
It's hard for me to actually
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
But I was in a space of like, Criss Cross was successful. I worked with TLC.
Yeah.
And I was doing remixes and stuff at that time, so I was just like, I ain't trying to like get in a space of doing. Escape had came out. I put Escape out first.
Yeah.
So I had success with Escape, Criss Cross, TLC. So I thought I was popping. So I'm like, shit, I'm going to work on an artist that is difficult in the space, and trying to get people to like a female rapper. And I liked her.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't want nobody to get misconstrued. I like female rap. It was me personally that liked her.
Yeah.
It's a difference when you like something, then you got to get everybody else to like it. So it's like, I was like, man, I love the way Brat rap, blah, blah, blah. So I put on Criss Cross album, The Bomb, and the reaction that she got from the Criss Cross verse made me say, oh yeah, I got to do this album on this girl. Niggas really fuck with her, right?
Yeah.
So then... but then when I got in the studio, I just couldn't. It took me the longest to find my groove and to find Funkdafied. It took me 2 years to find that song in me. Like, I would make records. We'd make a song one night. I'd play it. Like, if we had a photo shoot or something like that, I'd play it in the background, just see if anybody reacted. I wouldn't even say, yo, this is a new Brat song. I'd just play it. And niggas weren't giving me no kind of like, who was that? Nobody was saying like, who is that or what's that?
Yeah.
So, you put something on and don't nobody be like, what's that? You kind of know, like, oh, that ain't it, right? At least that's how I feel. So I never got that, who is that? Damn, that's the Brat. Nobody gave me shit. And I was just like, damn. So I do it again. And it's like, yo, nah. And I started getting close because I could hear people start saying, oh, you that's Brat, that's that Brat shit, huh? And that still ain't the reaction I want though. That's that Brat shit. That ain't like, oh, it's gonna go.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Oh yeah, nigga, you working on Brat. That's what it sound like. So I just kept getting them reactions, but I also trained myself to understand that their reaction that I was looking for is the true reaction. Because once I got that reaction, once you made Funkdafied, I got that reaction immediately, and I knew out the gate, I'm like, this it. She gonna go right here. But at that time, what's crazy about that is that was the beginning of me rapping, and I wasn't really trying to do that early in my career. Or I don't even late, but early, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.